quiet yourselves so you can hear God's voice. All right? Yes. I used to find that on the lawnmower when I was mowing yard. I got many a message because I wasn't listening to anything. I was just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I couldn't even look on the road. If you take your eye off the line, next thing you know, you're left or right, and you have to back up. I think Orlando knows that as well. It doesn't work. Even saying somebody goes by the driveway and you go like that, whoops, take your hand off, whoop. And so the concentration was basically to stay on the line, and what else comes? Your mind is quieted. You're not thinking a whole lot of other things, and that's where I received many a message. The other one is when I was walking, taking my walks, or in the shower, like most of you have experienced as well. And the reason is because you're in a very comfortable atmosphere. You're in a comfortable moment. There's nobody going to be knocking on your door. You don't have to worry about your phone ringing. There's nothing. Everything's blocked out. And that's where all at once you start singing songs, and you get songs, and you get verses, and you get messages, and you get, And so what I'm seeing here, and what I'd like to, again, reinforce, is we need to find where that spot is. Where is that spot? For me, I know where mine is, but have you found your spot where you can quiet yourself and know that, it is in this frame of mind or in this state that I am quieted, I'm not worried about anything, I'm in a mode of stillness, and this is often where you will find that God speaks to you. And He speaks wonderful stuff. It's just like little seeds that explode. It's never a long story, not for me. It's just like you need to mix with multitudes. And then it's like, and then the rest comes. You need to mix with multitudes. That was the seed went in, and now as that seed started sprouting already, there's more that gets added to it. And then I saw why. Yes, I see why. And you can trust that. Did you hear me? That is something that I have not discovered for many years, but when God speaks, I wish I had a seed here. He speaks and the seed is placed. Now out of the sprout of that, there's continual revelation. He'll show this, He'll show, but it sources back to that. I'm 66, all right? And one thing that I was thinking this afternoon as I was sitting in traffic, one thing that I've learned so clearly that I'm much more able to discern when God speaks. And that I can trust when He puts a seed of a word in me, that now expect the process of sprouting, because out of it comes instruction. Out of it He will continue to speak. He will show direction, often things perhaps that you prayed for or that you are going through in life. Did you hear what I said? If I could tell you that 1,000 times, I would. And as far as I'm concerned, I can shut everything down now and we can go home. And I've told you one of the most important things that I have found in listening to the voice of God. That He will not give you words of 30 words. He will give a seed. Then out of that seed, it will sprout. And there's things that you can trust. Here, I said you can trust it. And once you've started trusting that, it keeps opening. And the next time something happens, again, then you'll notice, and now you expect, I wonder what's coming from this. And He'll continue to show and continue to show. He has had me already in times when He showed me some of those things, in a stillness moment where He showed me, just like today. There's somebody that I'm supposed to pray for next Sunday, this coming Sunday. All right, I know that I'm supposed to pray for that person, all right? How will that be? Now, I don't know for sure, but I will be praying for that person. And, but I don't know what to pray for. But the seed was in there. Now as it sprouts between now and Sunday, I will have clear direction how to pray. And I trust that. Do you understand that? This is really important. If I could tell you again 1,000 times, remember, the seed is the word. It gets dropped in your heart, and out of it, it sprouts. And when, how many of you have looked at a seed and looked at it and said, oh, that is just awesome. It's so beautiful. No, you always wait till after it sprouts and comes up, and then you remark on the flower, never the seed. And you can trust that when God puts a seed in you, or a word, that as it sprouts, the beauty is in that. But the seed that has been placed will not go dormant unless you take it that way. If you avoid it, and I don't think there's anything to that, all right, you just nullified that. You just destroyed that seed, perhaps, and you might never get a seed like that again.